To witness a small image seemingly floating in a sea of humanity is an awe-inspiring sight. This is a procession of Our Lady of Peñafrancia, an emotional and colorful expression of a fervent devotion to the Blessed Mother of Christ. The events surrounding this Marian celebration transformed the city of Naga into a mecca of pilgrims and tourists. People from the other parts of the Philippines and visitors from abroad flock to this southern province during September. Here, the faithful participate in 9 days of novenas, land and river processions, and a town fiesta in honor of the Virgin Mary. The veneration of Our Lady of Peñafrancia was initiated in Salamanca, Spain in 1434. At the end of the 16th century, it was promoted in the Philippines by Father Miguel de Covarrubias, a priest from the University of Santo Tomas. Father Covarrubias had a wooden image made from a lithograph print of the Holy Mother. The icon was then enshrined in Naga City, which was then called Nueva Cáceres.
Our Lady of Peñafrancia, of course, through the image which is venerated, is central to the Bicolano psyche, at least since the beginning of the formation of Bicol as a community and as a region. She is central because she is presented always and has always been as a mother. As a mother is central to the family. So that a fiesta is an annual occasion to thank her for the benefits, for the blessings.
This is where the Bicolano begins and where the Bicolano ends. Ito ang parang icon ng pagiging Bicolano. Protestante, born again, palagay ko, or Katoliko, or anuman na reliyon, the moment they say Peñafrancia, it rings a bell. Bicolano to. So, paragay ko yung iniikutan ng kulturang Bicol noon, ang Peñafrancia. If perhaps the Peñafrancia devotion will die, I think the Bicol culture itself will vanish with the image and with the devotion.
The Virgin of Peñafrancia has deeply touched the psyche of the Bicolanos that they call her Ina, the local term for mother. And mother she is to these lofty forebears of the Ivatans. To her, they pour out their woes, confess their transgressions, and pray for guidance and strength.
Basta talagang pagka ikaw deboto sa mahal na Birhen, para bang nararamdaman mo na ikaw malayo sa mga disgrasya.
Para ko po siyang ina kasi pag tinitingnan ko po siya parang nawawala lahat ng problema ko. Parang yung magulang siyang nakahandang, parang laging nakayakap sa iyo. Kaya gustong-gusto ko siyang titigan.
Ipapasalamat ako kay Nata, maski para paano. Ang may oras na tinatao man sa kuya, pirmin niya on. Sa kudan hinagad ko, itinatao niya man. Sa kulig pabagang pigisabitang sa mga kailangan, pero iliniligtas niya sa kuya.
The Feast of the Holy Ina is regarded as the country's biggest Marian event. Farmers and city folks save and prepare for months to be able to participate in the festivities. The first event is the Traslacion, a procession of the image from its shrine outside the city proper to the cathedral for a 9-day novena. 2 days before the fiesta, a procession of women devotees winds along the main avenues. Social distinctions vanish as these women on bare feet carry the Blessed Ina to do penance and ask for favors.
Nung mapunta ako dito, nabago yung buhay ko, no? Spiritually. Nag-grow siya. Tapos mula nga nung maraming binibigay sa akin si Lord at saka si Mama Mary. Ibang parang magana ang buhay namin ngayon. Although na materially hindi, pero spiritually marami siyang ibinibigay sa akin na blessing.
Because of our devotion, we feel the graces more. At the same time, nagiging united yung family ko.
Lahat ng mga inahagad mo, tinataon ni Ina. Basta pag Ina, mahibi ka na. Yung grabe ibang klase. Nakakaiyak. Kahit na yung mga heartaches, mga problems mo, ibuhos mo ng kina, ibigay niya sa iyo. Ibang klase si Ina. Habang nabubuhay ako, siguro hindi ko ipagtutuloy ko yung devotion ko sa iyo. Kasi talagang ibang klase siya.
The all-female penitential group is followed the next day with an all-male fluvial procession held in honor of Our Lady of Peñafrancia. The men, called boyadores, bear a heavy platform with the statue to fulfill their panata or vows. From the poorest to the richest, these men brave the river elements to transport the image back to its shrine. She is enthroned in a basilica near her original site of veneration.
Boyadores dito kay Virgin of Peñafrancia, multisectoral siya, hindi lang siya ordinaryong tao, hindi lang siya farmer, hindi lang siya laborer. Kasama rin dito yung professional group, andito rin yung mga doctors, may mga bank managers, yung mga negosyante, nandito rin.
Ang boyador, hindi lang isang mang-aalsa sa andas ni Ina. Ay, ibig sabihin, ikaw ang tinatawagan ng puong may kapal sa pamamagitan ni Mama Mary na umalalay sa kanya. Yung sabihin, guard of honor. Ibig sabihin, kung guard of honor ka, bago ka dadating, ulalapit ka na, malinis ang konsensya mo, malinis ang puso mo, malayo ka sa kasalanan. Ibig sabihin, makakagawa ka ng mga malinis na bagay o karapat-dapat para sa kanya.
Pag-traslasyon, parang siyang boy. Tapos in the sea of men, nakikita mo lahat maiitim, no? Lahat ng tao. Pero siya parang lumulutang. Pag minsan umaabante, pag minsan he will move back, she will move backward, tapos to the left side. It's like, really, I look at it that way. That's how she is to us. A sign, inspiration, gives direction para sa anumang tao.
Meron isang bagay na isa kami lahat, no? Yung pananampalataya sa kanya. Ang sabi nga niyan, nawawala yung politika, nawawala yung mga bagay na mga pinagsamahan na kung ano-ano magkakasama at nagkakatunggali sa kung anong mga bagay. Pagdating sa pananampalataya sa kanya, iisa lang lahat kami.
The icon of Peñafrancia is now almost 3 centuries old, and still the devotion to her grows. 1999 marks the 75th or Diamond Jubilee of the canonical coronation of the patroness of Bicol. In the same year, the region is also reconsecrated to Ina by Archbishop Leonardo Legazpi.
We presented this year's celebration of Peñafrancia as a pilgrimage of the family, or the devotees of Our Lady, with her as our inspiring guide and model, going to the Father through Christ our Lord.
Come September of every year, believers and non-believers will again witness the miracle of the Blessed Ina.
Ang tangi kong nais na ihingin at sabihin na may kaugnayan sa ating mahal na Birhen ng Peñafrancia, ng debosyon at ang ating pagpapakita ng pagmamahal sa Kanya ay nagkakaroon ng kabuuan at laman sa ating buhay. Hindi lamang sa pagpapakita sa mga external celebration like procession, walang halagang mga bagay na yan, walang pangmalagian kahalagahan kung hindi natin isa sa buhay ang lahat ng yan. At kung hindi natin maipakikita sa pamagitan ng pagpapalawak ng ating pagmamahal patungo kay Jesus at patungo sa ating mga kapatid sa ngalan ni Jesus.
It is a spiritual experience to see people making their way through roads and a winding river, taking turns to carry on their backs the icons of Our Lady of Peñafrancia and the Divino Rostro. It is a metaphor of man's existence, for in this sometimes calm and sometimes stormy sea of life, the Bicolanos are guided by Our Lady of Peñafrancia, Mother of Christ.